Okay.
Hi, welcome to Russell's. Uh, Mr. and Mrs. Russell have been collecting the memorabilia for over 40 years. Mr. Russell has been collecting the cars for between 30 and 35 years. This is less than 1/4 of his total collection, and from that collection, we rotate the cars. Our goal is every 4 to 5 months, we change out 6 or 8 cars at a time. I won't go through in detail what all the cars are unless you have a question,
Okay.
but this is,
How about some of your favorite ones?
well, of course, this is kind of one of my favorite ones.
Which one? This one here?
Yes, it's
Okay.
a 1966 Thunderbird. It's called Champagne Rose. It has the salon seating, which makes it, kind of nice. The steering wheel tilts, moves out sideways
Oh, okay.
to allow more ingress and egress. The next one is a 1955 Corvette. That's number 15 of only 700 built in 1955. It is the second Corvette ever built with a V8 engine.
Oh, wow.
It has 351.3 original miles. The car is at least 95% original car.
Wow.
It has been taken off frame, but the only thing they changed on it was all of the rubber has been changed out.
Okay.
56 Crown Victoria, also a very nice car. It's a 312 Thunderbird engine in it. That's a real popular motor and an excellent motor. Nice story about this one. The gentleman who owned this car that we bought it from, his family came in, his brothers
Oh, huh.
and sister-in-law came in
return.
today to see that car.
Oh, wow. And they remember when he actually had it, way back when?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
And they knew that it was here. We bought it within the last couple of 3 years.
Uh-huh.
So they made a special trip here to see their brother's car.
Wow. And that's a 61 Ford
61
Galaxy.
Ford Galaxy,
Okay.
and they call it a Sunline.
Uh-huh.
That's the convertible part. This is a 1946 Ford.
Uh-huh.
What I like about this car, you can see there's quite a bit of custom work done on it,
Uh-huh.
but not an over amount of custom.
Yeah.
The glazed windows in it, I think they've done just very nicely. It's not overdone. It's done to a lesser degree, just enough to make it elegant.
Okay.
And of course the pinstriping as well.
Uh-huh.
It's a 50 Chevrolet pickup, and
Wow.
again, it's the story behind it. The guy came in one day, and when they saw this pickup, they bypassed everything else, come running down here, and his wife came up to me and said, "Sir, is there any way my husband can get closer to that pickup?"
Uh-huh.
And I said, "Probably. What's the deal?" She said, "Well, he thinks it's his truck." And I said, "Was it stolen?" She said, "Oh, no, but come on back, he'll tell you." I let him into the rail,
Uh-huh.
and come down to the driver's side immediately, turned right and went to the back side of the cab, right behind the driver's seat,
Uh-huh.
turned around with a grin that wide on his face. He said, "It's my truck." He has, and I think you may be able to see it, but scribed into the window
Uh-huh.
is his name and the date.
Oh, in the back window, you mean, or? Uh-huh.
He had lost track of his truck, and he came back and was so pleased to see it.
Oh, you're talking about the back window where the
Yeah.
bed? Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, I
You
do.
can
I see that.
just
Yeah, I see
little-
that.
Little rectangle about that big
Uh-huh.
where he described his name.
Right behind the driver's seat, right?
Yes.
I'll be. Wow. Okay. And this one?
This one is a 59 Ford Sunliner. Nothing real special about it. I don't know much history on it.
Okay.
Nice car. I love the color. And it's a very popular car.
Uh-huh.
The next one is a 1964 Ford Galaxy 500 with a 352 engine in it.
Okay.
I I have some people come in and swear that they didn't put 352s in, but the papers all match up.
Uh-huh.
So that's what it is. It is Mark Russell, who is the director of operations for this store,
Uh-huh.
second eldest son of the Russell family.
Mm-hmm.
That's his high school car.
And tell the folks, where are you located here? We're in New Mexico.
We're at Indy, New Mexico.
Indy,
on the interstate
I-N-D-Y?
E-N-D-E-E.
Oh, E-N-D-E-E, New Mexico, on Interstate 40. What's the exit number?
We're exit 369, Interstate 40, 3 miles west of the Texas state line.
Okay, very good. And you're open, what are your hours of operation here?
We're 24/7 in
yeah.
the truck stop, but we open at 7:30 in the morning, close at 10 o'clock at night every day of the year.
The museum?
Now, yes.
Uh-huh.
On some Mondays, Monday and Tuesday, we allow the guy who lives in Texas to close at 9 if it's not busy.
Uh-huh. And you see your hat, you're a Navy veteran? What?
Yes, sir. I was in the naval aviation. Flew in P-2V7 submarine chasers.
Wow. How was your experience in the Navy?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
How long were you in total?
I spent 8 years total. Got out and then went back in and spent another 4.
And could I ask, what do you do career-wise after you left the service?
That would take more time than that. I went to Australia.
Oh, wow.
Played country music and
I'll be
also
darned.
drilled irrigation bores. And trained the Australian drillers a new concept to drill. Then came back home and was a police officer,
Oh, is that right?
paramedic,
Wow.
and director of EMS Region 3 for eastern part of the state of New Mexico.
Outstanding.
So I've been able to do about everything I wanted.
That's right. Great story, great life. Okay, you want to swing around here?
Sure.
And hit the other side. And how long has this museum been open?
About just under 7 years.
Okay. 1940.
That's a 1940 Ford. That's a 85 horse, flathead V8 engine. Very, very popular car.
Wow.
You can close the hood on that, crank it up, and you can't feel the car running.
Is that right? Still runs, huh?
Oh yeah, everything in here works but me.
Everything in here works with you. Okay, you have a
1957. That's one of the most popular classic cars built. Period. Of course, the Bel Air convertible with the Continental kit and the side pipes make them more popular. This was the first year for the 283 engine, and the 283 engine was the very first engine produced as a standard production model that with fuel injection would produce 1 horsepower per 1 cubic inch displacement.
Okay.
So it's a very popular car. 63 Cadillac. Nothing particularly special about the car, but they were a really popular car for people.
And these are all in very, very pristine, beautiful condition.
Yeah, they're all in top. They're all in top.
So the owner really takes his time to what he's gonna. Does he spend a lot of time buying cars and shopping around and stuff, or?
He spends less time now. Turned a lot of it over to me.
Oh, okay.
Of course, he still makes the final decisions. But we do some work for him. This one came from Pennsylvania. It's a Yenko knockoff car, and probably one of the most popular cars in here.
Okay. From Pennsylvania, okay.
Yeah.
68.
We bought 3 cars in Pennsylvania about the same time.
52.
1952 Chevrolet, and this is one of my very favorites.
Okay.
What I like about this car so much, if you get right here, just look right down the side of the car from here. The way the fenders are, it looks like a predator animal that's crouched and pouncing on its prey. So I see pure action in this car.
All right. That's great.
It's a 6-cylinder with aftermarket carburation. two carburetors.
Okay.
This is a 1950 Ford,
Now this is a.
six-cylinder,
Mhm.
straight eight.
Okay.
The people who rebuilt it couldn't get the grill for the six-cylinder, so they put an eight in it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
When they came in the other day, they found their car that they had also lost contact with and were really excited, and they knew it was there because of the V8 and the emblem in the grill.
I'll be darned. Wow. So you really have several. A lot of people come and find their old vehicles here,
They
right?
really did.
Wow. That's interesting. Okay. This is a
This
53.
one, there's a guy named Chalmers Gable in Marianna, Texas, and we have bought quite a bit of stuff from him. He called me, knew I was looking for something like this. Called me, and we made a deal on it,
Mm-hmm.
and went down to Marianna, Texas, and picked it up. That is a Kaiser Manhattan, and that's kind of like saying you bought a dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
They are very, very, very difficult to find.
Okay.
One of those car companies that built very good cars, but died in the late 50s.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the most popular ones in here. That's a 1959, and that's a Ford Galaxy 500.
Wow.
It's a retractable hardtop. They call it the Skyline.
Mm-hmm.
There's 7 electric motors, 21 separate circuits, including limiting switches, relays, circuit breakers, servos, and 810 foot of 12 gauge copper wiring. This car weighs almost 900 pounds more than the equivalent four-door Ford would weigh because of the electrical amount. This is not electronic. Today they build cars that are retractable hardtops, but they are electronically activated, hydraulically operated.
Okay.
This one is 100% electrical.
Okay.
And you can see a lot of the electric motors.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this kind of electrical stuff is very heavy.
Yeah.
This is the servos I mentioned. All that is a threaded rod. Looks like a hydraulic ram, but it's not.
Mm-hmm. Can we go take a look at the motorcycles real quick?
Absolutely. This is a 1927 Model T. It's the last year they built the Model T.
Oh.
And as you see, it's made in colors.
Uh-huh.
Most Model Ts were black and white.
Uh-huh.
The first couple of 3 years they built colors. Then Ford realized that black dried so much more even and so much more rapidly
Uh-huh.
that it kept his assembly line going. That's why he went with black.
Oh, okay.
Cushman, they call it the Truckster.
Uh-huh.
Quite an expensive little machine. It's very popular.
Uh-huh.
This is a Honda 750, a Honda Goldwing, I'm sorry. And it's the first year they built the Goldwing.
Uh-huh.
And this one has got 10,146 actual miles on it. It's not even broken in as far as the wings are concerned.
Right.
This is a 1942 Harley Davidson. It's WLA
Uh-huh.
Army bike.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3-speed hand shift foot clutch transmission, and it's was used as an army bike.
Okay. Now this one is interesting.
Okay, this one is a Mustang Stallion made by the Gladden Company of Glendale, California. They built the electric motors that and linkages that open and close the bomb bay doors and move the wing flaps on the World War II bombers.
Mm-hmm.
Then when the World War II bombers were being built less,
Yeah.
they moved more into the
They moved into
motorcycle.
these. Wow.
It also is the first American-made production motorcycle with a hydraulic extendable forks.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for the tour. We're just about out of time. And what's your name?
My name is Art White.
Art
I'm
White,
director of the museum.
director of the museum. Nice to meet you, and thank you.
Thank you.
God bless
I
you.
enjoyed it.
Bye-bye.